afternoon.
Hey, everyone.
The gang's all here. I see comments everywhere. Hello, hello. Awesome. Day 4. And guess what? Nina has come from the comments onto the screen. Now she's in 3 places at once.
Right.
So welcome in, welcome in. We're supposed to get some storms too, Eileen. So I know it's coming, right? And Jacksonville, Florida's 94. Holy smokes. No, thank you. I'm not ready for 94.
I don't know. 94 sounding, I'd take it.
You would? You want to do 94? Yeah. Woo.
As long as I can be in like a tank top and maybe a pool.
Some flip-flops. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, hello. Okay, so we're going to kick off day 4. Now, I'm going to tell you in advance, this one's probably not going to be as long as some of the other days, but our goal is basically to help with any lingering questions. We have some things that we're going to go through, some questions that we've gotten frequently, and show you some different things. We're also going to attempt, Nina, I don't know if you want to try to see if you can start questions from your end. I think you can.
Let me see.
So if you see something, you're able to. But basically what we're going to do is run through some questions. And our goal is that by the end of today, if you've had a lingering question, we've got it cleared up and you're on the same page with us. Okay. I found one I'm going to start. There we go. Okay. So that's the plan. No internet for 2 days. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I feel like that would be nice. Maybe not this week. Maybe not this week. The other thing I want to tell you guys is we do have another $50 store credit giveaway today. And the keyword is the word join. So if you type the word join in the comments. Doreen, congratulations.
Aww. Doreen, that's so awesome.
There goes the joins. Okay. So we're collecting those and we're going to have a live viewer giveaway at the end of today. So what do you think, Nina? Should we get this party started?
Let's do it.
All right. This thing's got me clicking more than I'd like to, but here we go. I got it. So Nina, I have for 3 days explained what mystery quilt is.
My turn?
I'm going to let you do it today.
Okay. All right. So you know what? Mystery quilt is such a fun and exciting time. There's a lot of buzz in the air. There's a lot of engagement and pictures and just fun comments in our VIP group on Facebook. And it just makes everything even more fun. So mystery quilt, what it is for 5 weeks, we are going to be together joining you guys and doing lives. And you guys are going to have access to this quilt and you don't know what it looks like. So basically each week for 5 weeks, well, technically the files will be new for 4 weeks, but so each week for 4 weeks, you're going to get a new set of files in your account and you'll download those each week, make that, and that's how you kind of keep up with us. And that gives you a little peek each week of what the quilt is going to look like. So you won't really know until probably about maybe the 3rd week. Really, of course, by the 4th week, you'll really have a good idea of what it's going to look like. And then on that 5th week, we're going to do a live and we're going to pin, trim, and join everything together. So,
yep.
And yeah, so
you might, like Nina said, you might not know how it's gonna come together by the 3rd or 4th week, but I think you're gonna fall in love by week 1.
I do too.
I definitely can say that. Also, you can purchase Mystery Quilt after this week.
Yeah.
But you're gonna miss out on a lot of specials if you wait. So if you want to wait, who in here is like, I kind of need to see more. I don't know. I need to see more. If that's you, let us know. But you can do that. You can wait till like week 1 reveal, week 2 reveal, but you're going to miss out on a lot of specials. Okay. So it's fun. It's fun.
You know, that's what I love about today. Today is It's for everybody, but we really want to try to help those ones that are like, I don't know if I want to, I'm not sure how it goes. I don't know. We want you to reach out. You put your questions in the comments. If maybe you're like me and when you're in front of somebody, you completely forget what all your questions are and then you remember them later. That's okay too. Just shoot us an email or give us a phone call. We'll still get your questions answered. But we want to help you. We don't want you to be on the fence. We want you to dive in on the other side and join the fun.
Yes. And if you are I saw someone say, I'm already in. That's awesome. And there's probably a lot of you who are already in, but I bet you're going to learn something today regardless. So thanks for coming back. And you can, of course, participate in the keyword giveaway. So keep hanging out with us. Okay. So real quick, we have been live all week. It's Thursday. This feels like a really long week, but in like the best way. Like it's a great week, We showed you the bonus. We stitched the bonus out. We opened pre-ordering. We've talked trimming and assembly. We've even talked all about fabric yesterday and how to pick fabrics. We have a couple fabric questions we're going to answer today. But today is all about how this works. We're going to actually, Nina's going to show you in a little bit how to download your weekly downloads. We're going to show you what's in there right now. We're going to get into those types of things today. And then tomorrow, our last day of launch week, Annie's going to come back and she's going to talk about how to use your fabric and thread key and prepare for the coming weeks. So that's what we're doing today.
Yes.
The cost, I don't think, goes up until after we reveal some weeks. So it will eventually. I don't honestly know exactly when. Somebody better tell me that. Somebody who works here better tell me that. Okay, so let's dive in to, there is no 3-block option. No.
Nope. No 3-block option for this. This is a quilt.
Yep. Okay. So I just get distracted sometimes by all that,
Yep.
all the fun comments. So this was a frequently asked question, Nina. A lot of people wondering when they're going to get their files. And I just think it's great that you're on as another voice. Maybe you'll say it in a different way that'll land with someone. So why don't you talk a little bit about weekly file releases?
Yep. So our weekly file releases. So basically this week right here is what we call our Mystery Quilt launch week. So we're releasing the products. We have specials going on. There's all kinds of promotional things that you can get. We'll talk more about that later for those that might be joining us today. But the actual sew along portion and when those digital files start being in your account, that's going to actually start. Week number 1 is going to be Tuesday, May 27th. You're like, why is it Tuesday? Because that Monday is Memorial Day. So instead of doing it on Monday, so you can enjoy time with whatever you want to do on Monday, we're going to do that first time on Tuesday, May 27th. Then it's going to be each Monday after that for 4 weeks. Okay. And that time is going to be the same each time, 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight. So each week you're going to have some more files. So you're going to check week 1 and you're going to have a new file that you can't see right now that says week 1. And we'll show you more about that. And then on the next week, you're going to have week 2 in each week. And so you'll have to go in and download each of those individual weeks and you get more files each week.
It's so fun. And a lot of times some people are like, wait, I'm not ready for the next week. I'm still working on it. But a lot of people are like, I'm ready for the next week, like 2 days in.
And I remember Annie said yesterday that they get all the border blocks that first week. That's kind of nice. So you guys can, start getting all that caught up maybe as quick as you can.
Absolutely. Okay, so that was definitely a question that we've gotten a lot throughout this week so far. So there's that information for you. Okay, this question is coming from Nancy. I'm assuming you say Beatty is your last name.
Mm-hmm.
And Nancy asked this question on our Facebook post in our VIP Facebook group. I'm going to start this question too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Nancy's question was, if we have a focus fabric to pick out our colorful fabrics, would it work as the border fabric? And so, I had to ask Annie because I don't want to give anyone wrong advice about fabric.
Right.
And Annie said it would not work well as the border background, but it could replace one of your light or dark greens in the border. But the best use would probably be in one of the 7 color strips that you'll cut. But at the end of the day, it's your quilt. So you can do whatever you'd like. Annie's kind of steering you towards not using it as a border background fabric, but it could replace one of the lighter dark greens. So you will have to do what you see fit with that information.
It's your creation, Nancy.
That's right.
It's your creation.
That's right. Okay. Now, Diane asked, this was also on the Facebook post where we asked if anyone had any lingering questions. Oh, good. Nancy's on too. Perfect. We got you answered, Nancy. Okay. Diane Bass asked, would it work to use a variety of white fabrics for the background rather than just 2 as she's trying to shop from her stash, which I think is great that you're trying to find some stuff from your stash. So this was an answer that I don't know. We'll see what you decide to do again, but Annie said it will change the overall look of the quilt and give it more of a patchwork effect rather than the look that you'd receive by following the fabric and thread key. So again, it's your quilt. You get to do what you like. If you like the idea of that patchwork effect, and if you love the idea of like the challenge of I'm getting it all from my stash, there you go. So I don't know if you're on, Diane, but hopefully that answers your question. Okay.
I love those answers.
I do too. All right.
Okay, so I saw Mary actually asked, how will we know when, what the files are and which ones we're supposed to download? So I think this graphic actually is perfect for that, because basically, like when we go to the download here shortly in a minute and I show you, none of what's on the screen right now is going to be there. So what you'll see right now is the fabric and thread key and the workbook. But once we hit that May 27th, week 1, so you see how these are actually alphabetical, so that's why they're not in order. But so when you say week 1, that week 1 will show up on May 27th. It's not there right now, but it will be there May 27th. We put it one place and it goes to everybody simultaneously. So there's nothing individual about it, that it's not possible. It's completely impossible for it to go to, all the 787 people and not go to just one person. It goes one place and goes to everybody. So you'll see week 1 on May 27th, and then week 2 on June the 2nd, and then so on and so forth. So yes, you will know which files to download.
Perfect. And Mary, what a timely question in the chat.
Yeah, and so that first column shows there, and then there's an arrow that goes over. So once you click on week 1, this is like an example. These aren't the exact names or things like that you'll see, but you will see like a 5-inch design and the 8-inch design. And you'll see the fabric and thread key will probably still have in there for you, the license agreement, binder cover, and then the instructions. So you will see that stuff. And then you'll have to click on the file folders to print out your instructions and things like that. And then when you click on those, then you'll see some of the other information. You'll see the instructions listed out by the blocks that you'll be making in that particular week, and the border instructions for the border blocks as well. So it just kind of gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. Again, this isn't the exact name or the exact look, but if you've done our things before, this kind of gives you an idea of what it'll look like. If you've never done it before, then this definitely helps you have a little bit more understanding about what the files are going to look like when you get access to those.
Yep. Okay, good. We're going right through it, all the questions. This is like, we have a crystal ball. We know most of the answers. I don't know when the price goes up. That's the only one I can't think of right now. Okay. So at this point, Nina, I think we should have you share your screen and you can show them how to access the weekly files and really what's in there now too.
Yeah. Okay.
It does take a couple clicks.
Yep. So I got some clicks out of the way. Sorry, I know I was looking down. So forgive me because I'm going to be looking at my screen. So I'll be looking down just a little bit. But so basically on my screen now, you can see.
Hang on a second. Hey, Nina, I'm having trouble getting your screen. up on the stage.
Okay. Let me know if there's anything I need to do on my end.
All right, let me see. Can you see it at the bottom and click add to stage? Because it is not letting me.
Let's see. I do see it at the bottom. I do not see where I can add it to stage. I do see where I can stop the screen share.
Let's maybe stop it and restart it because I can,
Okay.
it says add to stage, but then it's giving me an error. So let's
okay.
retry.
So I'm hitting the present and then screen share.
Yep.
All right, I've got it up. Anything on your end?
It's doing the same thing. Let me see if it'll work on mine. So I don't know why it isn't working.
Hey, while you're doing that, I'm just going to read a couple comments here.
Yeah.
Linda says, I haven't been disappointed yet on the mystery quilts. And then she says, I love the excitement.
I'm going to see if mine will work. Now, I don't have the main files in my account.
Okay. I can
Sarah will do it real quick, and we'll hope that this screen share cooperates. I'm not sure why it isn't working. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give Sarah a second. Can you guys see my screen? Let's find out that too.
And while that's happening too, Millie had asked where she finds the workbook. And once we get this to come up, it's cool because we'll be able to show you right where that's at. Because it's actually, if you've already gotten the digital download of the mystery quilt, it's actually in your account now. And you actually can get it right from there. So we have the mystery quilt and the fabric and thread key. If you've already purchased, those are available to download right within your account from there right now. So that's the cool thing about that too.
I'm going to try this one more time. I'm just not sure if it's actually sharing.
Yeah, it just.
Okay. Can you get in and see, like, into the stream and make sure my.
Yep. I do see your screen share, yes.
Okay. I don't know why it wasn't working, but it is working now. Now we just have to hope that order Sarah just placed for me is in there.
Okay.
So to access your weekly files, you are going to go to hoopsisters.com, but I'm gonna click around and then I'll let Nina explain it, and I'll just kind of be the clicky person. But just to give just to give it a second, since Sarah just placed that order for me, I also want to show you. If you go to shop by collection and click mystery quilt, if you haven't ordered, this is going to have all of the discounts completely spelled out for you and have all of the options under here as well. I also want to point out, if you're international, we do have other downloadable designs in there as well. So I just like to kind of point that out because I know shipping can be a bear. All right, I'm going to try to get in there. So this little person icon up, hopefully you guys can see my mouse moving around, up towards the top right is where you're going to click. And then my order's there.
Yay!
So I'm going to just click on my order number right there at the top. All right, Nina, you want to tell them what's in here and all that stuff?
Yep. So the cool part is that I feel like with the website upgrade, it's a little, you definitely see your download very much easier. So we clicked on the order. That opens the order up so you can see all the contents or what was purchased within that particular order. And her particular order, she got the mystery quilt, so it's in here. And if we click up there where it says download now, which she's going to do, it's going to start the download, which typically will go to your downloads folder on your computer.
I don't know if this is going to show that.
I don't know if it will either, but even if it doesn't, that's how easy it is. Mm-hmm. And when you click that download now and it starts to download right to your computer, then you're going to see, it's going to say the mystery quilt fabric and thread key, and it's going to say the mystery quilt workbook. The workbook basically is an informational document that shows you what we covered each day this week. And it also shows you what we're going to cover each day for the actual sew along and the sew along dates and times. And also, if you're new to mystery quilts or new to Hoop Sisters even, it'll just give you a little bit of information on what a mystery quilt is, what it means, and how it works. So it's kind of helpful too.
Yeah. And then you're going to do these same exact steps when?
Every week starting May 27th. So May 27th, we don't have like an exact time, but the morning of May 27th, you're going to want to, however excited you are, you can check in the morning or afternoon, but if you go, then you're going to go in there and you're going to see week 1. So when you click this download now at home, it's not going to say week 1. It's going to say fabric and thread key and workbook. But on May 27th, it's going to say week 1. And that's going to be what you click on. And that's where you're going to see the additional file folders and the additional documents that you're going to need for that particular week. And then each week after that, it'll be week 2. So obviously you already got week 1, so you don't need to download that again. Just click on week 2. And that's going to have all the new stuff you need for week 2. And so on and so forth as we go.
And I'm going to try something. No, I can't. Dang it. I was going to share what it downloaded, but basically all it's going to do when you do that download right now, it's awesome because it takes you right to a zipped file on your computer. Mine goes in my downloads folder and boom, I have the fabric and thread key and I have the workbook. I'm ready to go. So it's nice. And if you haven't bought it yet, and you're on the fence and you're like, I'd really like to see those things.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to make a decision. I really like to see those things. Just email Nina. That'll be the easiest way because then she can just click reply and send you those things. Okay.
Yep, exactly. That's what I love about it too, is like, we'll show you the fabric and thread key now. You don't have to wait to purchase it to see it. If you're like, oh, I don't know what's all involved. So the fabric and thread key also has the cutting instructions right in there. So you can go to your fabric and thread key and see what you need to do, see what's involved, see the cutting that needs to be done and all of that stuff right now. So if you're on the fence on purchasing and you're not sure, just shoot me an email. The easiest way to do it is an email because then I can just reply right back and attach that document for you right there. So, don't wait. That's the main thing. Reach out.
Yeah.
Reach out to us. We will help you.
We sure will. You know those companies, Nina, have you ever been shopping on a website or you buy something even like you're like, oh, this looks cool and you buy it and then you get it and you have a question and you're like, oh, I'm just going to go to their website. And then I swear they hide their contact.
Yeah, all of a sudden you can't find out how to call them.
Right. They're like, we don't want to talk to you. Okay, well, that is clearly not us. We plaster our phone number and email up on the bottom because we really, truly want to help you and we want you to have the best experience possible. Can anyone relate? Have you had that? Because I have, and I get so frustrated.
It is frustrating, and that's what we don't want people to feel like.
Right.
So if something didn't work the way it was supposed to, or like you thought it was, and you're like, I'm not going to bother calling them. Let us know. Call us. Email us. We can help. And maybe it's something super simple or just a slight miscommunication or understanding. So reach out to us and we can get you taken care of.
Yes. Okay, Millie, I see your question on YouTube, where to find the workbook. We just covered that. So I think you are all set. Trisha on YouTube probably asked before, but can we get the colors and yardage needed before we start? We basically kind of just talked about that. If you ordered it, we just showed you how to get it. And if you haven't ordered it and want that, I would just do the reach out to Nina. Okay. And her information is right there. Probably email for that would be best because then she can just send you the document. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Tammy, big decisions. Oh, I get it, girl. I get it. That's, that's up to you. That I have no, I can't help you with that one.
That's right. We can't help you with that one, but we get it.
Right.
Now, obviously we're a little partial to the Hoop Sisters mystery quilt, but also it's your decision.
Right. Right. Okay, I see one that says, how big is the quilt? We'll get to that in a moment. I do have some recap slides that we're going to go through. And we already talked about, will they be marked so we know which one? So we got that taken care of. Okay, just making sure we get everyone.
Yep.
So Robin, bring your pre-start question back tomorrow during the prep. I don't believe so. But you can email Nina too, and we can forward it to Annie and get her opinion. But we're going to talk about prep tomorrow. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to keep on rocking and rolling. And this part of it, Nina, were you able to star the questions? If you just hover over it, there's like a star that pops up. Were you able to?
No, sadly, I wasn't.
Dang. Okay. Well, that's all right. I'll just try to keep an eye out. But we're going to kind of go through a bit of a recap right now. Okay. Good. Wait. I got to see this. Okay, I saw the word disappointed and I was like, what? Hold on. I have to rectify what's happening. And then I realized Cindy said, need to get down from the fence and just get it. You will not be disappointed. That scared me for a minute out the corner of my eye, though. I'm like, what? Okay. So back over here, we're going to do this recap real quick. In fact, you want to cover this and I'll go and see if I can't get some things starred.
Yep, I definitely see some stuff that probably needs starred. So yes. So basically, clues to the quilt. Now we have covered this stuff, but we do know we have people, who don't start watching sometimes until Thursday. So forgive us if you already know this information. But the mystery quilt includes 2 sizes of blocks, 5-inch blocks and 8-inch blocks. And the approximate finished size for the 5-inch block is 34 inches squared. And for the 8 inches blocks is 53.5 inches squared. That does include with the border. Okay, so that's the finished size of the complete quilt, blocks and border. There are 36 blocks plus there are border blocks. So one of the things that we like to do, we're pretty good at this actually, is we like to put little hints without really like pointing things out or saying anything about it. So as you're looking on the slides, maybe just kind of take an extra glance at everything on the slide and know that some of the things that are on the slide could be hints. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I mean, like if you think the slides are kind of cute, I think you're going to be right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say this. I mean, I don't make the mystery quilts because I don't have that skill yet.
You're too busy at your day job and
But I will say that I have not talked to somebody that is disappointed. That I can say. Yeah. That I can think of off the top of my head. I haven't talked to somebody that's been disappointed.
I think that's why that
a lot of beautiful quilts.
I think that's why that word stood out to me in the comments because I was like,
yeah, right. Yeah, I get that.
Okay. I'm going to move on to the next slide. And Maggie said she was on the fence once and she fell off. And now I just go for it. It's always fun. Okay, so again, I'm going to just recap a couple things, and I think it's going to answer a few questions. The one question I did see, it's quilting file, it's all in there. So embroidery files that include the quilting, that's always our jam. Someone asked about the back. The back is a one-piece back is how we're doing it this time. So wanted to throw that out there while I see it. The bonus does expire tomorrow at midnight. So if you have any troubles getting that, make sure to reach out to Nina. Her contact information is below. Okay. I love the dragonfly too, Terry. And I actually really liked your organza instead of the vinyl on that bonus block too. I'm not sure how long it'll take per week, Trisha.
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe we can try to come back tomorrow armed with an answer for that, or maybe even email me and we can see if we can get that answered later today. Trisha.
Yeah.
Okay. And part of it probably depends on skill level, machine ability, that type of thing, but we can certainly give you some type of approximation.
All right. And then I also wanted to recap the Red Ticket Week. So Red Ticket Week is going, the final days are today and tomorrow. And then we're done giving them out. But basically each week along the 5-week schedule that Nina gave you in the beginning of this live, we're going to draw a red ticket and somebody's going to win $100. So there's $500 up for grabs this year, and we've never done that before. It's a lot, and we're super excited. So this will come in the form of store credit to the winners. Okay. How do we earn red tickets, Nina?
Yes. So the ways to earn a red ticket, any mystery quilt order placed this week, May 12th to May 16th, will include a red ticket. So Wenda, you had just asked, I only bought the files. Did I get a red ticket? The answer is yes. Yes, you did. So basically, if you're getting just the digital download of the mystery quilt, then I am on this end and I'm writing your name and phone number and order number on a ticket and putting it in a bucket. So, well, right now it's not a bucket. It's this cute little contraption right here. But you have a ticket in here. So yes, the answer
add
is
it to my big bucket.
Yes, and they will be added to the bigger bucket once we have all that ready to go, when we need it ready. Obviously, this is just the first time we're getting all this together. So, and then the fabric kit. So if you got a fabric kit also, then you get another ticket. So you'll have a ticket for the download and a ticket for the fabric kit. Okay. Now, of course, the fabric kits are no longer available. We finalized that yesterday evening. But for those of you that did get a fabric kit, you'll have a ticket in there as well. Now, I think like if we could do anything and make anything super duper clear, this is it. And what is that part, Aubrey?
It's funny because I was lost in the comments, but I know the answer. I know the answer because I really want to make sure everybody hears this. If you lose your ticket, you're out of luck. There will be no replacement tickets issued. Okay. Once they're gone out of our hands, we're not replacing them. They will be on the shippable orders taped to your packing slip. So very easy to find. In the fabric kit, they're in a Ziploc bag in the fabric kit. And my tip to you is take a picture right when you get them. Because what we're going to do when we draw the ticket, the winner is going to have to send us a picture of their ticket, somehow show us that is their ticket. Okay. So I would just take the picture right away. And it'll be saved in your phone.
Yeah.
So that, because once they're gone.
That's right.
You get it? All right.
The moral of the story, don't lose your ticket.
Yeah.
Now, those of you that don't have your ticket because you got the digital download, I'm not going to lose your ticket.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. We have a bucket. It'll be okay.
It's fine. I got you.
Yeah. So yes, if you did $94 mystery quilt download and you didn't buy anything else, you're in.
Yep.
You're in. Okay. And in fact, if you did that, Nina even wrote your order number and I believe your name on the back. So we'll be able to say your name. Whereas the tickets that are shipping, we didn't do that. So we're going to say the number. Okay.
That's right.
We'll explain more about this as things progress. Okay.
That's right. I think that's perfect though.
Yeah. And we are not sending them as of Monday. So, well, I mean, I guess if your order comes in Friday and we don't ship it till Monday, but you're going to get this day. Okay. So get your order in Friday, tomorrow by midnight. Okay. All right. So this week, we keep talking about this week is the best week. And it's really because there is a whole list of reasons. Like I said, you can wait.
Yep.
You can go, oh, I want to see week 1. Oh, I want to see week 2. I actually need to get an answer because the price does go up and I honestly can't remember when. Yeah. But you can wait and we'll come to the reveals and then you can go, okay, fine, I'm in if you want to do that. However, you would miss out on saving anywhere from 10 to 15%, depending on if you do the 2 to 3 items in your cart. You would miss out on the bonus block, which as of right now is not going on the website for an individual purchase.
Which answers one of our questions.
Yep.
So perfect.
It'll probably come back out later in a hoop connection or something fun like that, but it isn't going to be available any other way. It's special. It's special. It's part of this Mystery Quilt Week. The other thing that leaves as of next week, or actually as of Saturday at 12:01 a.m., Red Ticket Week. So Red Ticket Week is coming to an end. Free shipping if you're in the contiguous U.S. on eligible. I'm just going to say eligible orders.
Exactly.
So that's going to go away. Free hoop scissors minis again. Are you kidding me? This is a $25 value. If you literally, Nina, I don't do math, but if you added up 15% savings, a free bonus block, potential to win $100 in store credit, shipping fees, and a $25 scissor, it's a lot. So that's why we keep harping on it. We don't want you to miss it. And then, of course, you're also going to get the wonderful embroidery files, weekly instructions, weekly reveal, and weekly class. So
that's right.
Yeah. Okay.
All the good things. And just to reiterate, the Mystery Quilt is only available by digital download. So that's your only option for the Mystery Quilt is digital download, which we've actually done last year. And it's worked really well for us. So,
Okay. All right. So I do have a couple starred questions. I don't know if there's a quilt label, Robin. We'll find that out. I got to write that down. I bet Annie would know, but she's not on here today. So we'll find out. Okay. So I'm going to move this banner for just a second.
Okay.
And because I want to start kind of at the bottom of the pyramid where it says save 10%. If you add 2 or more items from the Mystery Quilt collection to your cart, you're going to save 10% and unlock the bonus. This can be multiple designs too. So like we have In Bloom in there. It's super cute as a download. So there's some options in there. The one thing, or the few things that are excluded from these promotions are basically the products that we know, love, recommend, but they're not our products. Okay. Right. We carry them, but they're not Hoop Sisters products. Therefore, they are not part of the sale. But that would be the wool batting, which is optional, but awesome. Any of the threads that we have on the website, and as well as the strip stick. So those are not included in the specials I'm mentioning now. And then if you wanted to save 15% off, if there's 3 things in there that you need, it would basically save you 15%. You'd still get the bonus. And then if your cart is at $199 after the discounts come off, you would get free shipping within the US and the free Hoop Scissors mini. So it's pretty good, okay. I'm going to pop Nina's contact information up here again. You guys know her. Oh, Michelle got all the bonuses. Yes, girl. Okay. Here's our sneak peek again as well. And I think maybe we'll just leave this up for a second while we go. I got a few starred questions. How big is the quilt?
Kimberly asked how big. I think we did get that answered when we showed that slide.
Okay. So she's good. Let's see. Will the bonus be available later? We answered that as well. It is not slated for release anytime soon. It'll probably make its way out during a hoop connection at some point. As a bonus there. Let me get rid of that. Oh, yes. You want to answer that, Nina?
Yes.
Yes,
I do. Yes, yes, I do. And yes. Everything is done in the hoop.
Yes, all around. Okay. Check this out.
Ooh, that's exciting. It really is exciting.
It is. Anybody else?
There is such like I'm saying buzz, which is ironic because there's literally a bee on the screen right now, but there is such a buzz like around Mystery Quilt time. But there's just a lot of excitement, and it's just fun to see people share their fabrics that they're choosing. And, once the blocks start, they'll start sharing their blocks. It's just a fun time.
Okay. And then I love this. I feel like you talked to Diana on the phone before too. Look what she says. She says, Tammy, go for it. She's working on 2 mystery quilts right now. So Diana's right there with you, Tammy, for sure.
140 backpacks for VBS. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing. Holy moly, you've been busy.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Michelle, how do you know what color greens to use? So Michelle, I don't know if you were able to catch it, but yesterday we did all about fabric and Annie had some really good fabric picking tips. She actually had a spread of different green colors out, which is really, if you're going to a fabric store, you can just kind of go and look. But, if you were going with that fall kind of look, she had some darker greens. If you were doing some more bright colors, she kind of brightened up the greens. I would encourage you to go back and watch that. And if you did watch it and you're still kind of not sure, just email Nina. We can forward that to Annie and Annie can get back in touch with you with some more ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, and I would say Sue. Sue, if you're kind of asking about colors and stuff too, I would also email Nina. I'll pop her info back up on screen just because that way we can converse with Annie and get you a suitable answer and we're not just making stuff up. Okay.
Yep.
I'd rather do that. Does that sound fair? Okay.
I will say this is a mystery after all.
Okay, cool. Another Betsy's first mystery quilt as well. That's very exciting, Betsy.
Good.
And likes to pick her own fabrics. So that's great. Okay. Okay.
I love that.
All right. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure. Okay. I don't see any more right now, but I could be missing something. All right. So tomorrow is our final day together of Mystery Quilt Launch Week. And I am super excited to be wrapping that up by talking about how to prepare, right? So this is kind of like pre-order week, get you all the information, make sure we have all your questions answered. Super exciting week and lots of promotions to take advantage of. But we're not done. We're going to come back with that first week's reveal on May 27th, Tuesday, May 27th at 11 a.m. And Annie's going to talk to you about what you can do in the meantime to make sure that you're ready for that reveal and to start stitching. So come back and join us tomorrow, and we will definitely make sure that we answer a bunch of questions then too if something comes up during the live. And if by chance we did not get to your question, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you are looking for like the fabric and thread key or maybe the insert that went with our kit so you can try to find the same colors or the workbook, something like that, I'd email Nina. She can just reply to that email quickly and get you what you need. That or color questions, you can email her. We'll get Annie's input and get back with you. So don't let it linger. Just reach out. We'll get you all taken care of.
Yep.
And the other final thing I will say is, don't feel pressure to join, but if you're thinking about it, it's such a good week to do it because you are going to get so many good incentives from red tickets to discounts to all that stuff. So, all right. Anything else, Nina, that we should mention?
Oh, I can't think of anything right now, but
okay.
Yeah, I think we covered it.
Okay. Well,
we covered what we were intended to talk about anyway.
Okay. Well, then we'll wait for the phone to ring to answer the ones that we didn't get to, or we might have missed. And we'll see you back here tomorrow as our the drawing. Thank you.
Whew.
Almost forgot the drawing.
We almost both forgot.
Yeah. 2 people rushed in. They know how I roll sometimes. I get excited and then I forget things. Okay. Let's do that. Here we go. Okay. Join. And I think you guys can see my screen. I'm just going to roll with it. I always wish that there was music on this screen. Kim Kim Schaefer Manley over on YouTube. Congrats, Kim. You are the winner. Have you been waiting to buy? Because if so, you got $50 coming your way. So go ahead and email Nina. You have 5 days to email Nina and let her know that you're the day 4 winner. And you just won $50 in Hoop Sisters store credit. So congratulations. And look at all these wonderful comments. Congratulations. Thanks, everybody. Okay. Woo, they caught me before I sayonara'd. Okay. Okay. Get a hold of us if you have any questions. We can get you helped out, and we will see you back here tomorrow to talk all about how to prepare for the mystery quilt. All right.
Yes.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.